Greetings, owners of fine luxury digital rectangles. Well, it's Sunday, so you know what that means. It's time for another edition of the Market Watch. Today we're going to be doing land. It is February 23rd, 2025. So let's get started with land. So land is becoming more and more interesting as it sounds like land 1.75 is right around the corner. It sounds like the code and all that is done. It's going to go into testing probably sometime soon and early March. So I'm hoping by, just a guess, mid to late March, we'll probably have the next version of land out. So let's see how this will affect prices in the next couple Market Watch videos. But currently right now in game in the market, land plots are selling for $42. Basically unchanged from where they were 2 weeks ago at $42.40. Over on Hive, it's a little bit cheaper than it was a couple weeks ago. There is one plot available for just over 40 bucks, so $40.52 is currently the cheapest plot available on Hive. Tracts and regions, no movement. There hasn't been for many, many months. A tract is available for 11,750. There's two available, and then a land region for just under 89,000. Time crystals continue to come down in DEC price. DEC is moving closer and closer to peg. You know, we had been in the low 70s. Now we're about 83, 84 cents per thousand last I checked. So that's bringing down the amount of DEC you need for a time crystal down. And they're selling for about 3 cents. And remember to buy them from the market, not directly from the game, where they would cost you 100 DEC. So definitely do not do that. Okay, totem fragments. So we've seen over the last couple weeks a lot of movement in the common and rare prices for totem fragments and totems in general. I think now that we're getting closer to 1.75, people are getting more interested in, if nothing else, picking up some common totems to put on their land to help boost production. So 2 weeks ago, the common totem fragments were selling for 61 cents, and they've kind of been in the range between 55 to 60 cents for quite a while. Currently, they are selling for 88 cents, so definitely a boost in the price for common fragments. 169 available. Also a little bit of a boost in the rare totem fragments, up to $3.90 each from $3.30 just 2 weeks ago. Epic totem fragments came down slightly from $17.25 to $17. And legendary totem fragments, same as 2 weeks ago. There's 8 available. $130 is the cheapest. So this is where you're really going to see the jump in price from common totems. So they went up $1. So 2 weeks ago they were $5.99. Currently they are $6.99, and you can see the amount available dropped by 44. So people are definitely picking up these totems, common totems, to get ready for 1.75. Rare totems went up as well, went up from $31 to $33.99. Epics and legendaries, you can see, still staying at the same price. So people are not shelling out the big money, for the better totems, but they are very comfortable in, picking up the more affordable commons and rares. Totem claims went up slightly from 635 to 638. Rare totem claims went from $55 2 weeks ago up to $65. Epic totems came down from $300 to $290, and then legendary totem claims came down from $1,750 down to $1,700. Okay, so now land barons. So if you were starting from scratch and you just wanted to pick up the 50 cheapest plots on the market, how much would you spend? So 2 weeks ago you would have spent just under 750 bucks. So just under $15 a plot. It's come down slightly. You're looking at about $714 at a cost of $14.28 per plot. Okay, so now the 5 cheapest land plots per rarity. So for your common natural plots, 2 weeks ago you were looking at basically 14 to 15 bucks. Really not a whole lot of change this week. You're still looking at the same price range. The floor of land has held pretty steady right at $14. And you guys know, a few months ago you were able to pick up, some $10 or $11 plots, but the floor has definitely stabilized right around 14 bucks. So your cheapest plots are in regions 81 and 29. Those are for the $14 plots. In region 141, there's a hills available for $14.69. In regions 83 and 138, there are plots available for $14.95. Region 108 has 3 swamps for $14.97 each. And then regions 118 and 140 have plots available for $14.99. Okay, moving on to your rare natural plots. So the floor came up a little bit from 2 weeks ago. It was 17 to 21. Now your cheapest rare is $19 in region 20. There's a Badlands and a Canyon. Then it jumps to $21 in region 141 for a jungle. And from there, you're looking at $24 in regions 93, 96, and 108. For $25, you can pick up plots in regions 23, 69, 93, and 115. And then finally, in region 97, there's a forest available for 26 bucks. Now, one thing to look at for the common and rare natural plots are none of the cheapest ones that are available are the grain producing plots. So I expect those to go up even more. Did not record it specifically for this video, but from what I've looked at, the floor for grain plots is basically right around $20 for the 4 different types. So I might start keeping track of that moving forward to see what the cheapest grain plots are. That might be another addition for the Land Market Watch next week. Okay, Epic Natural Plots, $78 to $95 2 weeks ago. A little bit cheaper this week. There's a plot available for $70 in region 60. That's a swamp, so that will be producing wood. $75 in region 81 for a tundra. Region 141, there's a plot available for $85, a hills. Region 29, $89 is a bog, so that will produce grain. And then for $90, there's a plot available in regions 140 and 141. Okay, moving on to your legendary natural plots. So 2 weeks ago, 290 to 348 was the range. Same this week. I don't think there was a change from 2 weeks ago, so you've got the same regions. Region 111 for 290, region 27 for 290, region 134 for $318.69, region 44 for $344.99, and then finally in regions 108 and 112, there's swamps, canyon, caldera, and desert available for $348. Okay, now for the magical plots, starting with your commons. 2 weeks ago, 27 to 37.50. This week, your cheapest plot is $27 in region 62. They have 6 plots available. All of them are earth magic. So 2 jungles, a lake, and 3 rivers. And something that I thought about earlier today, and I'm not sure people have really thought about this a whole lot. If for some reason you have a magical plot and you don't want to use that plot for collecting magic, basically, if it's like a lake or a river, you should be able to change that into a grain producing plot. So one thing that I had not considered basically until now is that some of these magical plots can be very important if they're also the correct type to be grain producing, because that's going to allow you some flexibility. Like, say for example, these, if you bought this jungle and you were using it, to produce earth magic, all of a sudden you realize, hey, I'm short on grain, and you can't really switch it to grain. Jungles, I believe, produce wood, but if you had a lake and let's just say you collect enough magic research or whatever from this plot, you can always just switch the building and then change it over to a grain producing plot. So these will give you a lot of flexibility. So when you're looking at the type of magic that you want, if you have the option, also look at what type it is. Because as you can see here, you can have earth magic with many different land types. It doesn't have to be just one type. So definitely keep that in mind as you're purchasing your plots, is look to see if they are magical, if they would also be grain producing. Or by the same token, if you're short on ore, it looks like ore is going to be something that's going to be in high demand because of the rate that it's produced. So if you produce, if you get like a fire magic plot and you want to produce some ore, you might be able to switch that out. So just something to keep in mind that I hadn't thought of until recently. So definitely think about that. Okay, so the common magical 27 to 37.50. So your cheapest one is in region 62. Region 48 has a fire plot for 28 bucks. For $29.50, you can pick up magical plots in regions 53 and 124. $30 in region 5 for life and water magic, and then $33 in region 96 for a life caldera. Okay, moving on to rare magical plots. So $38 to just under $57 2 weeks ago. Currently, there is a 2 fire plots available in region 81 for $37. For $43 in region 96, you can pick up either a life or a water magical plot. Region 62 and regions 85 have a ton of different magical plots available for $50. So if you're looking to get a lot of different magical types all in the same region, definitely check out 62 and 85. And then for $56.98, there is a fire plot in region 20. And then finally, there is a water tundra available in region 83 for $59. Okay, so epic magical plots. So now you start getting into the more pricey ones. 115 to 135 2 weeks ago. The lowest ones now are $128. Those are in regions 81 and 85. Then it jumps to $135 in region 83, $140 in region 14, and then $150 in region 22. So you can see not very many available, only single for each of these magical types at the higher rarity. And then finally, for your legendary magical plots, the new addition this week is there is an Earth magical plot available in region 29 for $799, and then also a Death plot in region 81 for $850. So the $888 and $999 are the same as 2 weeks ago. So 85 has plots available for $888, and then 115 has the Fire Mountain for $999. That is it for your magical plots. Now on to the occupied plots for the essences. So 2 weeks ago, 85 to 95 was the range. This week there is a Tundra available for $80 in region 93. Jungle in a Desert available in regions 28 and 112 for $85. $85 also in regions 20, 96, and 140. $85.99 for a plot in regions 1 and then regions 83. So very tight range. So 80 to 86 bucks, and you've got a nice variety of plots available in different regions. Okay, moving up to the rares. So it was 120 to 129 basically 2 weeks ago. A few cheaper plots this week. Some of these have just been repriced, I believe $5 lower from where they were 2 weeks ago. So region 42 has one available, region 140 and 133 for 115, for just fractions of a penny more. If you wonder sometimes why these are separated, sometimes they're just like fractions of a cent difference in price. So for $115 in region 81, there's a mountains and a plains. Region 69, there's one available for $120. Region 85 has 5 plots available for $124.89. And then finally in Region 83, there's a occupied rare plains for $124.99. Okay, your epic occupied. 2 weeks ago, 448 to 1100. This week, you're looking at 448 in Region 109, 499 in Region 29, $545 in Region 85. He has 3 available. Region 8 has a plot for $750. And then finally, in Region 60, there's a plot available for $775. Okay, and now for your rarest of the rare plots, the legendary occupied plots. 2 weeks ago, 1,500 to 3,900. The movement this week was, I believe this plot is the same as 2 weeks ago, but he lowered it by $200. So now in region 109, the plot available is 1,290, region 85 for 2,500, and region 29 for 3,900. Those are your legendary occupied. And then finally, keeps and castles. So your keeps, a couple weeks ago, 888 was the cheapest. Since then, you can see there's been 3 new additions a little bit cheaper. So $799 in region 29, $825 in region 26, and $878 in region 20. And then the other 2 are the same as 2 weeks ago. Region 85, he has 8 keeps available for $888 a piece. And then in region 83, there is a keep for $979. And then finally, looking at your castles, the castle from 2 weeks ago, that was the 6780, is gone. So it either sold or was just taken down. I believe that was in region 34. So now the cheapest castle is in region 136, and it's available for $6,490. Region 69 has their castle for $8,500. And then finally, region 85, he is selling his castle for $8,888. Okay, guys, there you have it. There is the land market watch for Sunday, February 23rd, 2025. Hope you guys are getting excited for land 1.75. Should be coming out sometime next month, so excited for that. I'm going to do a video. Actually, I'm going to start recording it pretty soon. I'm going to go through my land and show you guys where I sit with my plots, and I think I'm going to be doing a little bit of shopping because it's probably all you guys need as well. We need more workers for our land plots, so I'm going to go through that, pick up some more workers because I do have a little bit of extra DEC staked in my region, and I'll just kind of walk you through what I'm planning to do with my land plot. So stay tuned for that later today. Okay, hope you guys are doing well, and as always, stay the course, keep on forging, and have fun, and I'll see you soon with another land video. Take care.